This is worksheet number 1. Our focus today is on angles and triangles, using the triangle sum theorem and finding complementary and supplementary angles. This first slide you should remember from geometry. The complementary angles are two angles that sum to 90 degrees, and supplementary angles are two angles that add to 180 degrees. Let's go on and just do a couple quick questions here. Here is an angle of 60 degrees. Find its complement and its supplement. So to find the complement, it's what two angles add to 90 degrees. So you can take 90 degrees minus your given angle, and you get 30 degrees. You probably can see that right off the top too. 60 plus 30 is 90. To find its supplement, you take 180 degrees, subtract 60, and you get 130 degrees is its supplement. Example B, to find its complement, we take 90 minus 33, and that angle is 57 degrees. The supplement, 180 degrees minus 33 degrees. So 147 degrees. The next slide. Given a triangle where one of the angles is 90 degrees, find the measure of angle A for given angle B. So in these pictures, I recommend that you draw the picture out. So we have a right triangle. Remember, a right triangle is 90 degrees in measure. That's angle C. Then we have two more angles, angle B and angle A. Angle B is 2 degrees. Well, the triangle sum theorem says that if you have three angles add to 180 degrees, what is this angle here? So these two are left to be a total of 90 degrees. Since we have 90 degrees here, we have to have another 90 degrees between that pair. So we set up an equation. X plus 2 degrees has to add to 90. Subtract 2, and you get 88 degrees. And that is the measure of angle A. This picture looks a little bit different because now our given angle is just an expression for y. So here is our 90-degree measure, and here's our angle B, which is y degrees, and this is our unknown angle A. Again, these two angles must add to 90 degrees, since this is 90 degrees down here. So to find the angle for x, you just take 90 minus y degrees is the measure of angle A. So we just talked about that theorem. You don't need to write it down. In geometry, we learned that the sum of all three angles of any triangle always add to 180 degrees. So let's go on to this next example. The measure of three angles of a triangle are in a ratio of a 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to draw a picture. Here is my first ratio. I'll let that be a ratio of 1. Then, if this is a ratio of 2, this has to be 2 times x. And then this would have to be 3 times x. So here's what our picture looks like. The sum of these three angles adds to 180 degrees. So I'm going to set up an equation. X plus 2x plus 3x equals 180 degrees. Now we're going to solve for x. So we're going to combine like terms. X plus 2x plus 3x is 6x. Then we'll divide by 6. And we get x to be 30 degrees. So now if we come back to our picture to find the angle measures, x is 30 degrees, 2 times x equals 60 degrees, and 3 times x, which is 90 degrees. If you check, if you add up 30, 60, and 90 together, those three total 180 degrees. Let's go on to the next problem. One of two complementary angles is 20 more than 4 times the other. Find the measure of these two angles. So it is a good idea to draw a picture again. So I'll give you a minute to write down the words in the orange and then draw just a random triangle. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and just pick a angle to start with that's one of my complementary angles, and then it says the other complementary angle is 20 more, so more represents plus, then 4 times represents multiplication, than the other. So 20 more than 4 times the other. And the two angles are complements of each other. So the two angles are going to add to 90 degrees. So I take x plus 20 plus 4x. These two angles must add to 90. And now I solve for x. So I'm going to drop the parentheses. And then I'm going to combine like terms on the left. So x plus 4x is 5x. Then I'm going to subtract 20 from both sides. $90 minus 20 is 70. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 5. And x equals 14 degrees. So now if I come back over to my picture, this angle is 14 degrees. This angle is 20 plus 4 times 14. 4 times 14 is 20 plus 56, which is 76 degrees. If I add those two angles up, 14 degrees plus 76 degrees, we get 90 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. We'll pick up on